just really looking forward to the opportunity to have the devices readily available in the mathematics classroom so that when those teachable moments occur and we want to go investigate a relationship using some of our dynamic geometry software applications, that I can say, hey everybody, grab your Chromebook and let's go and investigate it, and I don't have to worry about whether I have planned 2 weeks prior to sign out a laptop card.
I am really excited for the prospect of getting these Chromebooks for the kids, because when we are studying history in class, a lot of times we're trying to connect it to current events, but because news is changing so often and so quickly, it would be really great if they all had them. You know, we're talking about something that's happening in the past in Germany, and they can look up what's going on right now, right this minute, with those same issues and make history real for them in the moment with current events.
As a special educator in the building, we are faced with supporting students with all the wonderful cutting-edge technology projects that they're assigned in their core classes. And oftentimes a lot of these projects are required to be done at home, and our students need direct instruction to be able to complete the projects, get feedback, have the projects, papers, and assignments be revised. And for me, it has been a challenge of not having enough devices in the room to have my students all working at the same time. So having a one-to-one Chromebook for each student would allow my students to stay current and up to date with all their assignments, be feeling good about their progress and their success in the classroom, and allow me to be a real active part in supporting them and giving them direct instruction.
Well, one of the issues that we have in IB Global Studies is that we use a lot of paper because we don't have a dedicated textbook. So we are copying packet after packet after packet after packet, and we hand these out and students lose them. We have to make more copies. We spend a lot of time just as teachers prepping at the copy machine, copying the copy machine so no one else could use them. If we had Chromebooks, one thing that we could do is turn all of these packets into digital files. And the students would always have them with them at all times. No excuses, no I lost my packet, and we'd save the environment.
As a science teacher and as a biology teacher, I would love to use Chromebooks every day in class, or most of the time in class. If you can see, my students usually work one-on-one on a computer in order to do a pre-lab assignment, to do a lab, to collect data, and it'd be great for them to have their own computers to collect that data and analyze at home or continue to do their work and make for a much more productive situation.
In looking forward to the possibility of having a Chromebook, there's a few things that come to mind. The availability, because I must say over this past week and a half we've been trying to get laptop carts, and we've ended up in one day having to swap out laptop carts each block, and it's been very, very hectic. Another thing that the possibility of a Google Chromebook would be fantastic is that we make copies for our entire grade. Okay, that's about 450 to 500 copies, each one consisting of about 4 to 5 pages of notes. Instead of having to waste not only that paper, the possibility of them being able to turn around and take their notes on the computer would save trees, but then it would also then be something that's accessible for them, especially if it's a lecture.
I often want to use technology for various reasons in my classroom, but I want to do it in an efficient way, and I don't want to waste class time. So sometimes, even as good as those mobile laptop carts can be, the time it takes to sign these things out, unlock that thing, get them out, we have the kids log in, put everything, clean up minutes before we need more time to work on things. It just takes away from class time. It becomes something that I shy away from, that I will choose not to use it if I feel like it's not going to be, something that's going to be efficient. And so the idea of having students have their own devices, ready to go for them is kind of a nice idea. I think it would probably make it so that I use technology even more than I do now in the classroom.